What's up everyone, Patrick here, welcome back, and moving on to the next video, we have to insert either an equal sign, a greater than sign, or less than sign between each pair of these expressions in order to either make the equality or inequality hold true. So starting with number one, we got the absolute value of 2 minus negative pi, and then over here we have the absolute value negative 2 minus the absolute value of negative pi. So what you want to do is first try to simplify these and then see how they're going to relate on a number line. That's personally how I do it. So with this first expression, notice this would end up being what? These two negatives end up being a positive, so you'd end up having 2 plus pi. Right? We have the absolute value of 2 plus pi, and at this point the absolute value doesn't really matter because 2 plus pi is a positive value itself anyway. Pi is 3.14. If we round it to 2 decimal places, plus 2, so that would end up being 5.14. The absolute value of 5.14 is just 5.14. This one here, we have the absolute value of negative 2 minus the absolute value of negative pi. So what we want to do is we want to work with the innermost absolute values first. So this would end up being negative 2 minus the absolute value negative pi would end up being positive pi. And so notice here we'd have negative 2 minus 3.14. What's that going to give us? That's going to give us negative 5.14. And what's the absolute value of negative 5.14? It's going to be positive 5.14. Right? So both of these are actually the same thing. They're both equal. So we would have an equal sign right there. Now over here with number 2, we got the absolute value negative 2 minus the absolute value of negative pi. This is actually the same thing as this over here. And then here we'll have the absolute value of the absolute value negative 2 minus pi. So what's going to happen here? Well, this we already know is going to simplify to positive 5.14. Right, if we go through the exact same steps here. Now, what's this going to be? We have the absolute value of negative 2, right? We deal with the innermost absolute values first, so this would be positive 2 minus pi. So this is going to be like 2 minus 3.14, which would give us what? Negative 1.14? And what's the absolute value of negative 1.14? Any negative value, it's just the corresponding positive value. Right, so this is 5.14, this is 1.14, and so this is greater than that, and so we would put the greater sign right there. Right, so both of these were equal. In number 2, this expression was greater than that one.